Maryland is now taking the unprecedented step of setting minimum academic standards for D1 coaches and athletic directors to qualify for salary bonuses. Policy analyst for Education Reform Now, Mary Nguyen-Berry, says, way to go. Now every state should do the same. And while they're at it, let's do the same for college presidents. She joins us now to talk more about it. Mary, thank you for being with us.
Thank you, Mary Beth.
You know, it's interesting when Maryland announced this last week, it sort of flew under the radar. I think maybe because we were so wrapped up in what was happening with Ebola or something. But this really is a big deal in light of all the scandals that we're seeing across the country when it comes to sports and education.
Definitely. I think Maryland, like you said, took this unprecedented step to really emphasize the quality of the student athlete and reminding their athletic coaches that they have a responsibility to their students both on the field and in the classroom.
So you could have just sort of taken the stand, let's get on board every school, but you took it a step further, and I guess because this sort of bothers you as somebody who covers education, let's apply this to college presidents. And I didn't realize that there could be some eyebrows raised about these compensation packages that they're getting.
Definitely. And, you know, we have a huge quality problem in higher education right now. We have a significant shortfall in college degrees. Only 4 in 10 students are graduating from college in 4 years, and rising debt levels through the roof. I think, you know, why are college presidents getting paid so much?
And you cited some examples, so let's point out a couple of those so people are aware of what you're talking about. One is the president of the University of Houston, who, as you point out, receives a compensation package of $1.3 million, which is the 5th highest among public colleges in the nation. And they have a what kind of graduation rate? I found this incredible.
They have a 16% 4-year graduation rate, if you can believe it. 16%, and their president gets $1.3 million, like you said.
Wow.
Examples, they exist in Houston, but the same thing happens in Michigan State. His president also receives a high figure of $700,000, including a free house and a free car. But their performance, you'll see that only 1 in 10 black male students graduated on time in 2011. So there's kind of this performance failure when why are students paying so much when they don't have the chances to graduate with a degree?
So, Mary, what is happening here? I mean, is it so hard to find a college president that they have to offer these great bonuses?
I think the incentives just aren't there. Presidents aren't asked to focus on their students and to student success. They're not asked to, really consider how their college is contributing to the overall public good in terms of our major issues related to college access, college affordability, and college success. And sometimes they have such narrow focuses sometimes that they're just being asked to look at how much money they can raise, what their ranking is in the U.S. News and World Report. They have a rock climbing wall, a squash court, kind of amenities, and just the priorities aren't there.
How do you know, Mary, that accountability in higher education really works?
Well, we've seen it several times, actually. First, just drawing from an NCAA example, we saw that just last year, NCAA banned the UConn men's basketball team from postseason competition, and then the next year, the men's basketball team bounced back and regained eligibility and ultimately won the title. Sometimes we think that, a little bit of nudging with external pressure is needed to prompt colleges to focus on their students' outcomes.
Well, it is nice to see the University System of Maryland taking the lead, at least in one way, on this. Mary Nguyen-Berry, thank you so much for joining us and talking about it.